Rabbi Derek here, Beth Messiah Synagogue, coming in again during Hanukkah. I hope you're enjoying the holiday with your families. And of course, we're going to be celebrating together as a congregation tonight. If you're able to join us and you're local, we have our Hanukkah party at Mission to the Military on Shell Road in Virginia Beach. And that'll be at 6:30. We'll eat and we'll listen to music and we'll enjoy time together, and it'll be a great time of celebration. Hey, so if you haven't been joining us daily, we've been going through the scriptures and looking at God using the illustration or the object of light. And as it's used throughout the scriptures, because, of course, one of the names of Hanukkah is the Festival of Lights. And so I want to bring your attention today to Leviticus chapter 24. And this is in the midst of God giving Moses further instruction on how the tabernacle was to be not only set up, but run by the priests. And he says this in Leviticus 24, verse 1, "Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel that they bring to you clear oil from beaten olives for the light, to make a lamp burn continually. Outside the veil of testimony in the tent of meeting, Aaron shall keep it in order from evening to morning before the Lord continually. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations. He shall keep the lamps in order on the pure gold lampstand before the Lord continually." So the idea here is that once these lamps were lit, they were meant to remain lit perpetually. And that required the priests, of course, to maintain them and make sure that was the case. Of course, when we come to the story of Hanukkah, and the menorah needed to be relit as soon as possible, as the rabbinic legend has it, that they only had one pure cruse of oil that was ready to be used in the menorah, and miraculously it lasted for 8 days. Whether or not that part of the story even happened, and the only reason I say so is because it doesn't exist in the earliest writings that we have about Hanukkah, but regardless, it's not like God couldn't have done that. But the story is miraculous nonetheless. Of course, back in Moshe's day, the image that we have here in the tabernacle is that once the lamps were lit, and of course the light of the lamps was meant to represent the presence of God, but not in just a symbolic sense. It was there in the tabernacle showing the people of Israel that God indeed was there with them, and that he was there with them perpetually and permanently. You see, the God of Israel intends to build relationship with his people by coming to us and staying with us, not just visiting us as he pleases and leaving as he intends. He's not mysterious in that way. He made a covenant relationship with Israel to remain with them, that as often as they were there with him, he was going to be there. He's the one that can be trusted. He's the one that can be relied upon. He will never change. And so Moshe had this image in the tabernacle, and of course later in the temple, leading up to the Hanukkah story, in which the menorah was relit and rededicated back to the Lord. So I hope you're encouraged by that today. Pray that you will continue to get with the Lord about these things and allow him to speak to your heart about the beautiful image of light. He is the essence of light, and light will always overcome the darkness. All right, enjoy. Chag Sameach. We'll see you tomorrow.